Do you know how many girls would kill to not have a period like you?
No.
There's so many things out there now that we can use to help get you pregnant when the time comes.
Just listen to your body. What does that even mean?
These are bizarre. And the fact that enough people had to have these cravings for them to be popular is wild.
When we're filling our mind with things that are true and lovely and good, and we have people truly speaking life over us, it's monumental, the impact that it has. I'm so glad that you got like good sleep last night.
Me too. I'm a whole different woman when I get sleep.
Feeling like $1,000,000.
I just radiate energy. It's amazing. It really makes a difference.
Yeah, I think sleep impacts so many things. And I think that's what I want to dive right into today, because especially with our topic on just like cravings and discipline and feeling in control or out of control, that is probably the foundation of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find on those days where you're getting like those 8 hours or no sleep that your cravings fluctuate so much?
I am literally a different human depending on how much sleep I get the night before.
Yeah.
I'm in this, it happened in the first trimester, and then it's kind of coming back in the third, which my OB warned me about, where I'll wake up between 2 and 3 in the morning and maybe go to the bathroom or whatever, and then my brain just pops on.
Yeah.
And sometimes I can calm myself back to sleep, and sometimes I just can't, and I'm awake and I'm energized. And then, but she says that it's like neurologically, biologically, whatever, we're wired to do that. So it like helps prepare us for midnight feeds and wake ups and stuff like that. But when you don't have a baby, you're like, what the heck is going on? But then, so I'll be super energized from, 2:30 until 6:30. And then it's just game over. I don't feel like myself. I'm like I feel like such a sloth just moving through my day. You like open your computer to work and you're kind of just staring at the screen. You move slower. Yeah, you're hungry. You're like, I wake up starving, and then your body craves that rush of glucose or whatever. So you're just like hungry more often, and it messes with your whole day.
Yeah. A lot of women, I would say, probably feel like this is so random when they don't have the knowledge around like sleep impacting so many things, especially when it comes to cravings or mood or everyday experiences. And I think that that's where like I want to hear more about what that looks like for you, because I want to paint a picture for anyone that watches this, that this isn't random, that there's reason behind what's taking place. So walk us through on the days where you just really are not sleeping well and whatnot. What is your mood change, or how does your energy change like throughout the day? What does your food intake look like? Obviously we have structure together.
Yeah.
Walk us through maybe like a picture of going back and then also now, and contrast those for us.
Yeah. So I am hungry right when I wake up in the morning. And then it's like every couple of hours, my body's like, grab something more, because it's just desperate for energy and something to use, because I'm so dead tired.
Yeah.
I talk slower. I walk slower. My brain just does not compute or like interpret things fast. So it makes it very hard on work calls, or like getting a task complete feels so hard. And it sounds pathetic, but when you are in it, you're like, you feel like a little zombie just wanting to sit there. And I'm like consuming more. I'm on my phone more because it just feels easy, versus trying to actually get something done feels very, very hard. You're reaching for more carby foods again, because like your body's just desperate for energy. You're not as motivated to sit there and make a nourishing breakfast, because you're just like, I just want to lay here and be here. Working out feels like the biggest task in the whole world. Even getting myself, again, this all sounds very pathetic, but it's so true. Getting myself dressed into warm clothes to go outside when it's maybe not sunny and 75 and walk my dogs, I'm like, like that feels like a lot. It's crazy. Whereas a normal day, you're just like, yeah, of course, like get the shoes on and whatever. It's absolutely an insane experience.
Yeah, I think women going from pre-pregnancy and like normal life, they have this perspective of I'm disciplined, I'm consistent, or even like I've done a pregnancy before, like I can handle this, like this will be no big deal, and not really realizing not only the physical load that you experience, but also just the tax on your mental as well. Do you feel like you experience, the mental side of all of it?
Yeah, I mean, and you don't know if it's hormones or being tired or if it's real.
Yeah.
Like I will text my best friends, we're in this little group chat, and something with work or my husband or my dogs will piss me off, and I'll text them and be like, I don't know if it's real, but I am raging about XYZ situation. And like I have the awareness to not react to that quickly, because I'm like, this does not feel like me, and this feels really like dangerous if I were to express how I feel inside right now. So I just vent. Seriously, I just will vent to them and say, I don't know if this is rational or not. Maybe components of it are. But sure, I'm just gonna like vent to you, and then we'll see how I feel in a few days if I want to address this or just let it go. You're like raging, but then you're so tired. Like it's just it is a trip to feel all the things.
Ebb and flow of all of it. And I feel like a lot of women just like have this perspective of like they're doing something wrong, you know, of am I doing enough? Am I not eating enough? Am I not doing what I need to be doing during the day, that I'm not sleeping at night? And that's like this constant thought to go back to it's a me problem, or I'm not disciplined enough, or I don't know enough to be able to like navigate that.
That's a good point, because you already feel my confidence wavered at times when my discipline wavered, or when my body changed, or when clothes fit different, or when I did have those days where I was a little bit less emotionally stable or eating different things, and you already have that. So then when you add that on top and you're questioning yourself, like it's a weird and scary thing to experience, because you're like, what is going on? Who am I? Am I capable of this? Like, what?
What is actually going on?
It's just a weird time. You've never done it before. So there's a lot of news and unknowns, and
I think just a lot of women just get stuck there, because it's like, this is the part where I don't know if it's discipline. I don't know if it's my actions or my consistency on my end. I want to dive into more of that, because I think that a lot of women would get a lot of value out of looking at that specifically, right? So I want you to kind of just walk me through a good and a bad day. I want to start with the goods.
Let's start with the goods.
I know you're thriving now because you got like 8 hours of sleep last night and the night before. So walk us through like a good day for you with energy, with food, and all those things. And then we'll dive into more of a difficult day, and then how that kind of impacts your choices and lifestyle as a whole. And then we can also get into the specifics of that too, but let's start with the goods.
Okay. I'll talk you through basically my day yesterday, because I had a really good day yesterday.
We love that.
It will happen after 7.5, 8.5 hours of sleep. That's like, seems to be my prime time. And I'm up, I'm, drinking warm lemon water with some sea salt in it or something. I'm heading straight to the gym. I use that momentum to get those foundational things done right away and just set myself up for whatever else the day has in store for me. And then I'm coming back home. I work from home. I work remote, and just tidying up the house, letting the dogs out, doing those, little mundane everyday task and then jumping right into work. And I find that after a really good night of sleep, I'm so much more efficient in getting things done in a way shorter amount of time. I'm more creative. I am sitting and making a nourishing breakfast that has checking all the boxes of
85
high protein.
grams of fiber.
Yeah. Oh my God. That was crazy.
Literally, I was crying. The story where you have to tell the story, but I just love the hemorrhoid comment. Literally
to be determined, but so yesterday it was supposed to be a snack, and I was trying to make a piece of content to tell the world how I make
all
this
of the
amazing
listeners.
fiber
They've been
rich
asking.
snack, which is frozen raspberries that have defrosted so they're like nice and gooey, and then I add chia seeds to it, and I'll just put that on yogurt or whatever. And I only had half the raspberries, but I still made it as if I had the full serving. So I put 4 tablespoons of chia seeds in it instead of the normal 2. And I'm like, wait, like I am literally consuming like 30 grams of fiber in this little sludge bowl of yogurt, raspberries, and chia seeds. Like, this is crazy.
It was so lumpy.
Like, so lumpy. I like had 400 calories of just straight up chia seeds yesterday.
More chia than yogurt or berries or
so
anything.
many chia seeds.
Yeah.
But so hopefully.
She was like, we are taking our hemorrhoid prevention very seriously. I love it. No, that's good because it just provides so much mental clarity around everything. It sounds like you just execute better,
Oh yeah, 100%.
Sleep being such a foundation. There's a lot of things that you can't do when it comes to late stages of pregnancy, right? Like the discomfort when you're sleeping, you can only do so much if you're like waking up for that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also just the beautiful design of your body doing that to prepare you for the next season too.
Yeah.
Which is also just like a cool thing. Walk us through a not so good day and what the bad days look like. You can be fully transparent.
I'm probably waking up at 2:30 in the morning, laying in bed for a while, hoping to go back to sleep, not happening. And then you get that sleep anxiety. I've even heard moms talk about that in postpartum with trying to put their kids down for sleep. Like, I have that of like, am I going to fall back asleep? I know the consequences of if I stay awake, what my day is going to look like. So you start to get that like mild panic, and then that does not help you fall asleep whatsoever. And so I'll get to a point where I'm just like, screw it. I'll get up. I'm very energized normally right away and hungry. But I'll grab something fast because I'm like, maybe I'll fall back asleep. Mm-hmm. So already my choices in food are different. And then it's 3 a.m, no one else is awake. So you're popping on the TV and sitting down. I'm like, again, if I can go back to sleep, I don't want to like necessarily go on the treadmill or get my workout in yet. It's just such a mind game. So you almost like waste time and just do things that you wouldn't normally do that are not necessarily productive. And I'll get like an hour of work in still, but it's not it. And then you get to the point of when my husband wakes up 6:30 and I just start to crash, and everything slows down. My brain is fuzzy. Your body just starts craving the weirdest, craziest stuff. Like you want the sweets at 6 a.m. because you've already been up for 4 hours, and it's desperate for energy, and like you're tired but not tired enough. And then maybe I have meetings starting in a little bit, or I'm supposed to go see my trainer soon, and it's like everything feels hard, and you just want to sit there and lay there and do nothing and talk to no one. And it is so bizarre and miserable. It is miserable.
Do you feel like in those moments of like, oh, I'm reaching for sweets at this point, or I'm sitting down and watching TV at 5 a.m. or whatever it may be, that you're pretty aware of it at this point in the moment? And were you always that way? Or is it more so like, oh, that just happened?
I'm very aware of it in the moment.
Okay.
I've worked really hard to be an aware human, I'll say, but I'm aware of it even when I'm grabbing something that I know I shouldn't be eating, or when I'm choosing to sit on the couch and watch a show and work or whatever I'm doing versus going out and walking my dogs for 15 minutes to break up the day, or go to the gym when I said I would go. I consciously know that I am not making the right choice, but I legitimately don't even have the energy to care. Where you're like, yeah, I shouldn't be doing this, but it's whatever. Like, I literally feel like a different human, and different mindset, different wiring. And it is, it's the worst.
It's not that you don't know what to do, though.
Yes.
And I think that's the most frustrating part is you have the awareness to know what to do. It's just so inconsistent because you don't know what the day holds.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of women get stuck there specifically. And the advice starts flowing in. What is the most common piece of advice that you feel like you've gotten throughout this pregnancy, whether it's in regards to sleep or any other area?
Yeah, that's interesting. When I was not sleeping well in the first trimester, I posted something on Instagram like, please help me. I'm not expecting it to be perfect, but I feel like it can be better. And the amount of people that said, just wait, get used to it. Oh my God. I'm like, I'm going to strangle them. And I get it, you know, like they are also probably at a point of desperation where they would love nothing more than a good night of sleep and haven't been able to figure it out yet and whatever. Like, and I'm sure there's this like cult like thing of moms where they're like, I know, girl, like, yep. But it's just, I don't know. I'm like, there's got to be something that's more helpful. And I did have just as many people reach out with really helpful tips that were very beneficial. So that the whole just wait, just soak in this misery was very common. And then also people just being like, well, you know, give yourself a break and you should rest and it's okay. Like my own damn husband would love to just feed me sweets and pizza. Like, it's so sweet. But I'm like, homie, I've gained 40 pounds. Like, I need you to sharpen up here and like chill. I think they don't know how to support you. So I think when you're venting to them, like they just want you to do whatever feels comfortable. And on the contrary, when I started working with you, I feel like a lot of people will stay there because it's very easy to stay there. And after
I do feel like you start surrounding yourself with more people that tell you what you want to hear versus what you need to hear. And true. And that's what it takes. It takes being able to pull yourself out of that and say, I know I want something different for myself. So who do I need around me that's going to help provide me a different reality or a different support that I'm not getting right now? And thankfully, like that is you. I checked in this week after a night of horrible sleep. You probably felt the energy be completely different in my check-in now versus a week ago. And you literally told me like, that sucks, but let's get back on track. Like there's going to be more moments where we're going to give you a little bit more grace, but I think that you are at a point now where you can turn it around for this week and just like give me a little bit more and see what we can do. And it makes a huge difference. There's moments where clients, whoever it is, I think that there's need for more grace, right?
Yeah.
And in those moments where you're not sleeping well and you have back-to-back days where it's just not going too hot, it's easy to just let that begin to compound interest and impact more and more areas. And you start, or at least I start to find that those clients just need like, hey, you got it. You know, like, let's just like put that in the past. Like, let's look at like what's next. And I feel like that was a pivotal point for you where I could tell it's like, we need a little bit more grit and a little less grace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you had your hard days in like you're recovering and then it's now, okay, go time, you know,
100%.
and like sleep's feeling good now and all those things. And it's not that my check-in did anything magical. It was just like your shift in your headspace. And I think things adding up well where like you are sleeping well too.
Yeah, of course.
But it's just like a give and take of, okay, what does this need to look like in those hard moments too? And does she need tough love or does she need like a hug?
Right.
You know,
and sometimes I don't know, you know? And so that's why it's just nice to have.
Yeah. Just figuring it out along the way.
Oh, yeah. That's what we're doing.
I think a lot of people are told though, just listen to your body. What does that even mean?
And as a former extremist I love setting goals and achieving them. And I love doing everything to the extreme. I have a history of PCOS. I made it worse by living in the extreme of high intensity interval training and running marathons and half marathons and working 16-hour days, but then also fitting a workout in and like hustle whatever, and just made it 100 times worse. So I was very good at not listening to my body. And so it took time before I even got pregnant to like figure out what that meant. So then when you figure it out and you get pregnant and it's a completely different scenario and reality and something that you have never done before, it was really, you have to figure it out all over again.
People that give that advice are the people that should not be giving that advice. Because
such a good point.
You have to really go through not only seasons, but you have to go through times where you are very intentional with building up awareness around your body so you can actually trust that quote unquote intuition, right? Because that's ultimately what it is. And you can use that in pregnancy. You can use that with whether you're trying to build muscle or do a bodybuilding show or whatever it may be. I firmly believe that there has to be a period where you're building up that intuition to truly understand your body through consistency.
Yeah.
So that in those moments of things changing or, I don't know, things coming up or your body just feeling a little bit off, you have the awareness there where you can make those critical decisions rather than just flying by the seat of your pants, because a lot of people will just say, listen to your body, but then they don't actually have any awareness to know, like, what are we listening for?
And you know what is absolutely crazy? I was thinking about this the other day. And this is probably all women listening to this. We have thoughts running through our head every single day that are judgment and negative and you're not smart enough and all of these stories that we have.
Yeah.
And we know, I hope, or we're getting to the point where we know that that is not true. And it is just a thought and it is, it's not us. Like I like to say, like the devil's in your ear when you hear those things, because it's not you, it's not true. But they're there. And the same goes with, why would it be any different with listening to your body? Like there might be truth to some of it of you're feeling really tired, so let's adjust. But when I'm really tired and craving a certain thing and whatever, how is that any different? You know, like it could just be the devil in your ear being like, eat that cookie or whatever. Like it's not listening to your body anymore. It's just I don't want to say the word excuse, but you know what I'm trying to say?
I like that a lot. And that could even be a bigger discussion, right? Like our thoughts that we allow to take up space, something that I'll use as like a phrase, or what I tell people that I'm currently even working on is not emotionally picking things up or mentally, right? We can have the thought, we can have the feeling, we can have the emotion that comes with whatever we're thinking about or doing or whatever. But that doesn't mean that needs to impact our actions. That doesn't mean that that needs to be our identity or our character. I think that that's also why I always say environment's everything. Your physical, your mental, your social, your spiritual. When we're filling our mind with things that are true and lovely and good, and we have people truly speaking life over us, it's monumental, the impact that it has on our everyday decision, but also like the simple things too that are just like, oh, I have this like craving for this, you know, and it's like you start understanding that we're leveling up to a different caliber and like those actions just don't align with the human or woman that we want to be.
Yes.
And we're not perfect like by any means. Like we're going to have times where it's like, just eat the stupid cookie.
Yeah, right.
You should have it.
Yeah.
However, it's not indicative of our character at all times.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's such a great transition into the craving component because you will have those thoughts of wanting something. I have those thoughts of wanting something, and I don't have to listen to that.
Yeah.
You know, like it's the same thing with the negative energy. Yeah, I don't have to listen to that.
Yeah.
So like
that's good.
I'm thinking it and I'm aware of it, and I'm going to let it pass.
Yeah.
And I don't have to take action on it.
Yeah. A word that comes to mind in regards to that is anchor. And I think a lot of people feel, or women feel so out of control when cravings hit or these thoughts hit, is because they don't have anything to anchor things to.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about what's actually happening with these cravings and like why they're taking place to give women understanding of that. But before that, I want to do something fun while we're on the topic of cravings before we like move forward into that. I want to go through this list that I found of just like crazy pregnancy cravings. And we're going to do like a food edition, smash or pass.
Love food.
And we'll just go through these. Okay. And also, yeah, if you would like have them or if you wouldn't or whatever.
Or if I have.
Yeah. Ooh, that's good too. Okay. First one.
I'm nervous. Y'all are crazy. What's the internet got? The internet has some weird things.
I'm like, this is actually legit. People eat this. Okay. Ice cream and hot sauce.
I mean, pass. I love ice cream, but give me the hot fudge. Pass on the hot sauce.
Yeah.
Pass.
Do you like hot sauce on other food items?
Oh, love. Okay. I have like this weird obsession with vinegar and like vinegar-based foods.
Yep.
Pepperoncinis, hot sauce, like pickle juice.
Yep.
Anything. This is so crazy, but I could literally just like sip apple cider vinegar. It's psychotic. I know, it is literally psychotic.
That is crazy.
I love vinegar. I don't know. It's so weird. But so yes, love hot sauce.
I love that.
But not with my ice cream.
Together.
No.
Okay, perfect. You may like, pickles and peanut butter. That's common.
I've not tried that.
I need to try it.
Peanut butter, love pickles.
Yeah. I am a pickle fanatic.
Have you tried it?
No.
Pickles and peanut butter?
No. But
let's do a taste test.
I'm the person where I'm like, if I'm ordering food, it's like, just bring me a side of pickles.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
I'm the one eating everyone's pickle at the dinner table.
I was just going to say, they haven't touched theirs yet. Yeah. Are you going to eat that?
Yeah. Hopefully not, because I actually want it. Okay. Sardines with jam.
Oh.
I feel like that could be good.
I could get down with that.
Maybe
I've not
like
tried
a little
it.
Goat cheese.
Yeah.
I feel like that could be good.
And like a nice cracker.
Yeah. Sardines are something I want to get into.
Sourdough.
Yeah.
Sardines are all the craze these days.
I've been hearing that. Okay.
Protein, omegas. I mean,
I'll let you know. Maybe we'll try this and do like a little review of just all the 10 crazy cravings. Okay. Tuna and a banana.
I have had, they say only have certain amount of tuna, but I've been I've been eating
mercury.
It. That could be a whole segment on its own. All the things I'm doing that I'm not supposed to be.
Yeah. Hot yoga. Pass. Okay. This one feels like it could be good. Olives and strawberries.
Like just together salad.
Crushed, diced up.
I'd try it.
I feel like that's maybe the most normal one.
Sweet, salty. Got that vinegar undertone.
Maybe. Yeah, I like that. Popcorn and mustard. Wait, so
popcorn
smash?
and sure, we can smash that.
Okay, yeah, popcorn and mustard. And let's go
What?
yellow mustard. How gross. That sounds horrendous.
What? And then your like fingers are getting all mustardy?
Yellow?
Or are we talking like a dry mustard rub? Like,
do we eat popcorn with a spoon?
Yeah.
What? Okay,
Pass.
Cereal with orange juice instead of milk.
No, pass. I loved cereal and milk in my first trimester. It's probably like the 20 of the 40 pounds that I gained. But this was before Clarice and I started working together.
Worth it.
No, orange juice, cereal, milk.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Also, when you pour your cereal, do you pour it the milk first?
No.
Okay, thank God. We can still continue to
Who does that?
People do. Comment below if you do, because we cannot be friends. Okay, hot dogs and marshmallows.
I don't like marshmallows, so pass.
Oh.
You like marshmallows?
I do, but I don't think on a hot dog.
These are bizarre. And the fact that enough people had to have these cravings for them to be popular is wild.
That's crazy. And it like what, marshmallow fluff? Or are we just dumping mini marshmallows?
Okay, I could see that maybe a little bit more. I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, pickled eggs. Are you ready? And milkshakes.
Ew. Pass.
It gets worse. Okay.
I love how most of these are like a vinegar though and a sweet. You know?
Yes.
It's very interesting.
Yes, I do like that. That's very intriguing. The last one's easy, and I feel like anyone would like this. French fries and honey.
Oh, yeah.
Even like a hot honey?
Smash.
Yeah, smash. I'd smash that too.
Even better, I'll one-up you French fries and ice cream.
Yeah.
I did have that.
Yeah.
in the early days.
Okay, with these cravings, there's a reason for it, right? Whether we're talking these crazy things with vinegar and something sweet, or whether we're talking just chocolate, there's purpose behind everything. And that's what I want to dive into next, is just because a lot of people think it's very randomized, right? And there's no purpose behind what's going on. So I'm just going to crave it, or I'm just going to give in to my cravings and have it. Yeah. So I want to unpack what that looks like, because I think when we indulge in these cravings, a lot of things can happen as feedback from that, rather than just understanding what's going on and what your body actually needs with that. So, we, in these moments, I think, need to take a 30,000 foot view and look at like the day as a whole, right? Mm-hmm. When you're not sleeping well and you're all over the place with energy crashes and your mood's wild, and then you're getting hit with cravings, it's like, okay, let's figure out what's actually going on as a whole versus just indulging in this one thing. So when people don't understand this, I think it's a matter of them not seeing the picture of like the conditions. Like something that I thought of when I was thinking about this is, let's say someone's a runner, right? And they run on the pavement, they're training for a marathon or whatever it may be. All they do is run on the road, right? Never a treadmill, anything else. And then all of a sudden you put them under or on sand, and they're like trying to figure out how to run in sand, and all these like, I don't know, your pace changes, your stride changes, and all of that. And it's not that they're no longer a runner. It's just that the conditions have changed. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of times when people walk into pregnancy, you're still who you are. It's just the condition has changed. And so we need to adapt to that new environment. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of women hit this point though with that, is just like our environment's changed from the pavement to the sand, but we haven't adapted our structure to meet that, right? And so we're kind of like running in the sand aimlessly, frustrated that we're not running at the same pace with the same stride and all of that. And I'm curious if that ever felt that way for you, like with your cravings or throughout the process of all of this, where you just felt like you were trying to continue the other version of Haley without adapting to this new season of life.
Yeah, I held on to who I was and what my habits were before pregnancy for as long as I could. And there's no blueprint for pregnancy that I'm aware of. When you go to your OB, they kind of lay things out in a very vague way. I mean, they speak to things that are very important to them, but there's no blueprint for exercise or nutrition or what happens when this comes up. And you're kind of just like, you're figuring it out, but there's no, you're Googling and you're like looking up on TikTok and trying to see what other people's experiences are when they're completely different than yours. So you do feel that. And I was trying to hold on to all of my tendencies and habits from before while also recognizing that they weren't working anymore and changes were still happening. And are they normal? Are they not? Like, am I where I'm supposed to be? You don't have that awareness or like someone to be like, yes, you are, or no, let's adjust with this. And when you're not tracking things like macros, or I stopped weighing myself, didn't want to be in photos because it felt confusing and I lacked that confidence because I didn't have the awareness. You just have no freaking idea,
Yeah.
No idea.
I think that that's the part that's misunderstood, is because cravings aren't the problem. It just started raining, and I feel like that's just like such a good sound. Anyways, the cravings aren't the problem. It's just that we need to understand what's actually going on.
Yeah.
And I think that's what taking that 30,000 foot view perspective and zooming out and looking at trends or patterns of, oh, when I sleep 3 hours and I have not slept my typical 8, I hit a point where I'm craving sweets way more throughout the day. Or I notice I'm reaching for quick foods instead of sitting down and eating an actual meal. And understanding those patterns gives women this place where you're just empowered to actually make like better decisions.
Yes.
And you have the education around that. And it makes you appreciate the moments where it's like, okay, I actually did sleep good last night. Yeah. And it's a lot easier to make these decisions rather than it feeling daunting or incorrect or that there's something wrong with you. And it gives insight into everything going on in the body. I think cravings are just signals and feedback from anything that happened the day before or the night before, whether that's your blood sugar dipping, whether that's your sleeping off, whether you didn't eat enough protein or fiber the day before. A lot of cravings that hit are typically just like, hey, you need vitamin C or you actually need magnesium, and so your body craves things like chocolates or dairy for calcium or citrus. And it's not so much, hey, your craving's wrong. It's just like you crave the things that kind of contain those things or taste like they do. And so it's easier to gravitate towards the things that are like sweeter than not. But I think that that's where a lot of people fall off, or it's just misunderstood. It's because like they think that there's something wrong with them or they feel out of control.
And then there's so much judgment that comes with it. And then think of how much time you spend in that judge, like wasted time and energy and
the cycle.
Like,
and the aftermath of it, where it's like, crap, I ate that cookie or I ate 4.
If we're being real.
I ate the whole pack. Where it's like, then you're dealing with the aftermath of it too. And it's not just figuring out everything prior to it. It's like what leads up to it as well.
Yeah. And I think awareness helps breed the opportunity to choose differently. And it also helps just be aware of, yep, I did do that. And now I know why, and it was temporary. So did my best, and now I get to choose something else. Just like let it pass, let it go, move on, and then crush the next thing.
The mental load, like going off of that, even with dealing with the like craving itself, but also trying to figure out what's happening. I think that was something that we talked a lot about when you first signed on, is I'm spending so much time and energy Googling and researching and asking for advice and trial and error with certain things. And we spend so much time figuring out what to do. And then we are left with no energy to actually do what we think we should be doing. Do you feel like you spent a lot of time like doing that? And then how did that impact your mental health and mental load
Yes,
of
I
everything.
freaking love this topic because I have PCOS. I spent a lot of years trying to figure it out.
Years,
People, trying to figure it out on my own.
Mm-hmm.
But then even when I did find those amazing doctors and the team that I needed, your body needs time to also figure it out.
Yeah.
And I believe that for our health or anything really, you have to invest. You're either going to invest now or you're going to invest later. I thankfully invested back then and was able to conceive naturally. How much time am I going to spend trying to figure it out on my own versus just, like maybe this feels like a lot of money to you or a lot of a time commitment, but can you afford not to do it? Like you're going to invest the time and the money eventually. You just are, like, that is just the fact. Or you're investing it now and you're spinning your wheels and not getting the result that you want. Can we afford to not do it? I like to like flip that script and look back at my previous experiences because it's just night and day of how I'm spending my time and my money and my energy.
Yeah.
And the result.
A question I like to ask people when they say something along the lines of, I can't afford it, whether it's time or financially, is you can't afford the investment now or the cost later.
Yeah.
Because either way you're going to pay.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how. It's just which you're comfortable with. So do you want to invest financially now and less of your time, or down the road way more of your time, and then financially as well, and the cost of just the taxing on your mental load of figuring it out. And I'm sure you could probably say like there was second guessing in the midst of it all too.
100%.
But you're also being walked hand in hand with a doctor or expertise in that area. Whereas now it's like you could be doing IVF, but you were able to conceive naturally, which is such a beautiful miracle and story for anyone dealing with like PCOS and all those things, because it happened relatively quickly for you when you guys.
That's a whole different story.
But it's so good where you invested the time and energy and probably less mental load because you're able to trust other people.
You have the plan. Someone's giving you the blueprint like you and I are doing now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Versus the cost of just after all of it. And I think that a lot of people look at the initial investment, but they don't consider the cost of everything after the fact. Did you find yourself still second guessing in the midst of anything, even with guidance? Or did you find that the second guessing and the mental load was just a lot heavier when you were kind of walking through everything on your own?
I felt like it was much heavier. The mental load and the second guessing and the judgment and the Googling and the am I on the right path, 100 times more prevalent when I was just walking it alone versus when I had the plan and the team. Humans love certainty. And when we don't have it is when we spiral. And so when we have people around us and the support around us and the experts around us in that thing that we are trying to achieve, it helps just silence all of that stuff and shifts our focus to, I'm going to attack the plan versus I'm going to sit here and spiral because I don't know what's going on. So for me personally, as soon as I had the people and the support and the plan, I'm taking action. And that is, like, you can't like think two things at once. So I'm taking the action and I don't even have time or space or energy to sit in those weird moments. Yeah, do they pop up from time to time when you're just driving your car or sitting trying to fall asleep at night? Yeah, but they're fleeting and they're short, and I mean, I'm doing the thing right now, so what more can you do?
Yeah.
And I was just filled with so much energy and hope and drive to, follow the plan, figure things out, let my body catch up, see the fruit of all of the work that I was putting in.
How beautiful to just like have hope, man.
Oh, and I mean, anyone who's dealing with fertility or a medical diagnosis or anything that they can't figure out, it is exhausting and you feel like you're the only one and the answers aren't out there and whatever. And I am just a walking example to say the answers are out there. The people are out there. The support is out there. The results that you want are out there. Just like
advocate
don't
for
stop.
yourself.
Yeah. You cannot stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of women that I feel like don't invest in that and do the research and do everything that you did get taxed down because they feel like every decision then matters way more, right? What should I eat? How much should I eat? What time should I be going to bed? What should I be doing?
Yeah.
Should I be doing this exercise or should I
Yeah.
not? Should I be taking it easy? Should I be eating these things? Should I be not? Like
Yeah.
all of those decisions like mean so much more because you're in this state lacking clarity.
Yes.
And I love that you said that because I think that clarity and precision around the structure frees up so much more energy than people realize. So that even on those really, really hard days that you have where you're like not sleeping as well or other things, you at least have that taken care of.
Yeah.
You know, we make so many decisions and we have so many thoughts every day. How great is it that we just don't have to worry about all of those things as well? So I love that you said that because I think clarity is just so big.
Yeah. Clarity and certainty. And most of the time when you lack that, to your point, you're either trying so many different things that you don't even know what's working and what's not, or you have paralysis analysis where you're like, I have no idea what to do and everything freaks me out, so I'm gonna do nothing. Either way, are we progressing? Maybe, but not to the extent or the speed as when you have that expert and that plan of like, the coolest thing ever is when I went through multiple doctors going back to my PCOS, whatever stuff, trying to get pregnant. I saw probably 6 doctors over the course of a couple of years. When I knew I found the one was when I had my initial meeting with them. I told them everything and they were like, oh, we see this all the time.
Oh,
we're gonna get you taken care of.
I love hearing that.
You know?
That's the one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so it's the same thing with the cravings and the figuring it out of your body and getting back and whatever is do this all the time. We're going to get you taken care of. Okay. I can just have that support and it doesn't have to be on me to figure it out.
You know, it's not the one when they're like, I've never seen this before. That's not a good sign.
Or the Band-Aid approach or whatever. Like I remember the first ever doctor I saw I didn't have cycles growing up. It took me forever to get a period. I'm like, that doesn't feel right. Like the first ever doctor I saw, you guys are not going to believe this, but maybe you've had a similar experience. I was like, should I be concerned about this? I really want to have kids, not even in the near future, but eventually. And like, pretty sure if I don't cycle, I can't get pregnant. So like, what should I do? And the doctor said, do you know how many girls would kill to not have a period like you?
No.
There's so many things out there now that we can use to help get you pregnant when the time comes. Meaning Clomid or what, like these pharmaceutical things. And yes, what a blessing that we have those resources if we absolutely need them. But when I tell you that rubbed me in the worst way because it's just against my values of getting to the root cause and the habits and the lifestyle. I want to change those things rather than, oh, I'm so lucky that I don't have a cycle, even though this is like a God-given thing that we're supposed to have. And it's the 5th vital sign and it shows so much about our inner health. Like that means something to me. So
I think run that rabbit trail of like, how deep do we want to go? Birth control's prescribed at like 14, 15 to these girls. And then they're on it for 20 years before they try and have kids. And now we're seeing a massive increase in IVF and the use of all of these things. And I don't find that to be coincidental.
Yeah.
And not to mention the mental load that comes with that when it's like, wow, I'm really trying to like have a baby and I just literally cannot because I literally have not had a cycle for 20 years or whatever, it's just not that I don't try and say like make the decision that's best for your body and what you need, but I do find that that's been something that I've just felt so much weight with lately, is just the approach to that with women, and these young girls that just like don't know anything different, or their mom hasn't done the research on it in general.
Yeah. No one's going to care about your health, your life, your fertility more than you will. And like, you really have to take that to heart and know that, I know we're getting down a completely different rabbit hole, but I can literally talk about this for days.
Yeah.
I think that our culture we grew up in a culture where you go to the doctor and they must be correct because they are a doctor, and you see I trust what they say. And I trust what they say. And that's, every doctor must think the same. So like, let me just take their advice. No. No. After A, working in the medical system, and then B, just being an aware human and putting in my probably 1,000 hours of time and research and seeing multiple people, they were all trained differently. They all have different experiences in their own lives with different patients and different treatments. They have different policies at different healthcare facilities. They're all probably going to have a little bit of a different opinion and approach. I like to not only just see one, but see multiple, because I want to not even like, I'm not necessarily like going to take 100% of everyone's opinions, but I want to see what all the differences are. Take a little, leave a little, take a little, leave a little. Yeah. This is what this doctor said. I just want to hear your thoughts and compare them. Like, I will be straight up with doctors. You can doctor shop. You cannot listen. You cannot do what they think that you should do. You can, it's just, you gotta treat it like anything else. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to like wrap 5 years of experience into this little blurb, good. But
this is the stuff that I do think matters, that we should have conversations about. And I have 2 thoughts on that, because I see this all the time with my coaching is, let's go and get like a hormone panel. Yeah. Let's just see where that's at. Very basic. It requires nothing of the doctor. They just send in a notice to get it done either at the hospital, or you can get a script to like go get it done at a lab. And you can just ask for this. Like, I have so many women that'll come to me and be like, no, my doctor said like, I don't need it. My doctor said they won't run it. And I said, no. Just say run the lab. Like,
or girl, get a different doctor.
Yes. Like, I am so fortunate that I found a doctor that literally like, she just knows. Like, if she's asking for something, I'm just going to do it, because I know that she's going to give me pushback until I do. But you need to find people. And advocate for yourself. I think that's one of the biggest things.
It's really uncomfortable at first, but
yeah, because you have like, you grow up with this perspective where the doctor's just always right. I'm supposed to go to this one doctor regardless of their perspective, and not do any research on that, and not advocate for myself or what I know. And I was having this conversation with a client that I used to work with the other day, and she came to me, I'm like trying to think of how much I should share. She came to me, she got her boobs done, but she came to me. Girl. She came to me because she's like, I'm getting like, I have acne now, and I have, I'm experiencing hair loss. And she's like, it all kind of started a couple months after I had my surgery. And she was like going to this doctor that like was trying to like prescribe her certain things like Accutane and all this stuff. And as much as I understand how much skin and hair is so important to like a woman's identity, because I think once your skin goes and then you're losing your hair, it's very impactful to like who you are and like your beauty levels and confidence, you know? And she just like was talking about how this doctor was just kind of like giving her scripts on like what medication she could take and all of those things. And that's something that I feel like we need to put a pause on and go back to what you said of we don't need Band-Aids. We need to understand why these things are happening. I think one of the most basic versions of this is IBS too, where like these doctors are like, you just have IBS and you just live with shitting your pants all the time. It's like, no. Like you need to figure out what's actually going on at a root level so that you can make the most educated decision around your body. So I love that you said that. And in a wild way, tying this back in, I think the structure and ease that came with just bringing in people that understood that wanted to get to the root of it was really impactful for you. Walk us through how that kind of structure and wisdom and people that you just trust in your life impacted your like every day. Like what did that look like on a stress level perspective? What did that look like with your energy and your mindset and mental load and all of that?
It impacts a lot. I think one of the easiest examples and the most recent examples that I can use to speak to that is weighing myself during pregnancy. I was, like I said, trying to bring old habits and old routines. And I had certain, they say, you will gain this amount in the first trimester and then this amount in the second trimester and this amount in the third. And I was like, this isn't exactly happening like they're saying it's supposed to. So I would weigh myself and, try and change things or whatever. And then I got to a point where I was like, I don't even complete avoidance. Like I was just saying, complete avoidance because I don't know what's working. Nothing's working. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Didn't step on the scale for months. Stopped taking photos of myself because there was just this heaviness and uncertainty that came along with it. And then as soon as we started working together, you're like, we're not going to hold any judgment to everything, but we're still going to go through the reps of measuring progress photos, weight. And I weighed myself and I was like, okay. Like just awareness. There's no heaviness with it because you have the support and you can almost pass that off to someone else. Yeah. Of like, I don't have to just be the one creating the plan or trying to figure it out anymore. Like I have you to take that load from me.
Yes. And it's not that we bring on a coach or a different doctor because we expect absolute certainty and perfection. Yes. I think that's important.
100%.
It's the fact that we bring someone in for predictability and someone that says, hey, I've seen this before. I understand what this looks like. I know what we should be doing. Just relieves so much tension and stress from not knowing. Yeah. And I think that structure that you're speaking to with me or any doctor that you've worked with was how it impacted the emotional decision making. And that even goes back to cravings too, because a lot of times it's a very reactive approach. Yeah. Whereas when you bring in someone with a lot of wisdom and insight to what you're going through, it becomes a very proactive structure and strategy to your everyday. And that eliminates a lot of the chaos that comes with decision making, I think.
Yeah. And that's a big thing too, is not spending the time or the energy trying to make the decisions. Instead, we are just acting. We're fulfilling the plan. You laid it out. All right, this is what we got to do today. And you get it done. Sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's harder, but it takes, think of the time and the mental energy that you just offload because you're just getting it done now instead of trying to figure it out and get it done. Like, yeah, it's a lot.
And I think that's what these women need to walk away with. It's, you don't need more discipline or more willpower when you're in those moments where you just feel like out of control or confused and exhausted because of it. It's not a matter of just making better decisions. It's having structure and strategy that not only fits into real life, but also into the season that you're into. Yeah. And it's a very collaborative approach. I talk about that with every single one of my clients that, yes, I'm the expert in this and I get to tell you what you should be doing and what I would recommend for you. And an ideal client would just not have any emotion and just follow the stupid plan. but that's not real life, you know? And we have to consider what that looks like when days are thrown or you're traveling or you missed cooking food, you know?
Yeah.
And so having that real life structure paired with very collaborative strategy is so key. I was even talking to a pelvic health specialist that I'll also have on this soon. But she was just saying how important it is, not only with the client, but I said also between like coaches or doctors, right? Like it's not like you're just working with me and I'm also going to deliver your baby.
Yeah. Can you catch good?
I'll try. And walk you through everything as far as all of these aspects of pregnancy, right? But that's also such the beautiful thing that you get to walk hand in hand with so many different experts in this season of life, but we get to all collaborate together to make sure that you're getting the most individualized approach for you and one that's so impactful and best, you know? So I'm excited to just continue to have this conversation going forward as you continue to like grow this baby girl. And all the things.
Yeah.
It'll
We're
be
in
so
the home
good.
stretch here.
Home stretch, baby.
Yeah.